This is my favorite baguette.
This is my favorite too, and I can't let you have this one as it's the last one.
Then I cannot help but fight for it.
Wait. Now we'll start the VC Mini Olympics. En garde. Prêt? Allez! Bonjour, 안녕하세요 to all the subscribers of this VC channel. I'm today MC LED 보다 빛나는 엘로디예요. Celebrating Paris 2024 Olympics, we would like to introduce you to the French culture and the French investment industry of France. As the 2024 Olympics will be held in Paris after 100 years, a lot of people are actually looking forward to it. I have personally looked forward to today's shooting as much as the Olympics. So now let's welcome the people we invited for this special shooting today. Welcome! Bonjour! 안녕하세요! Please, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Chang Ji-myung. I'm the investment advisor at Business France office in Korea, and I'm in charge of investment sector at Business France in the Embassy of France in Korea. I mainly do investment consulting focusing on France, supporting for Korean companies who wants to start their businesses in France.
Bonjour, I am Mathieu Lefort. I'm commercial counselor at the Embassy of France in Seoul, and I'm also head of Business France in Korea.
Welcome to both of you. So today's episode will be VC Mini Olympics, celebrating, of course, the Paris Olympics 2024. Talking about the Olympics, which sports would you choose if you could attend the Olympics as a player?
And I would like to trying rugby, as I enjoy watching France League Top 14, and also I enjoy sports with which enjoy teamworks and communication teams.
I will choose fencing. I think fencing is the sport I think I could best show my reaction and precise judgment.
Seems that you were really interested in fencing, right? To briefly explain about the VC Olympics we will have today, we will firstly introduce the French culture and then the venture industry of France in the chapter 2. For chapter 1, there will be games for each categories. The winner gets to taste, here you can see, the sweet French dessert in front of us, and the loser gets nothing.
Well, then I must definitely win.
Of course, if you like sweet, you have to win.
I'm not that good at games, but I will do my best. Sounds really great.
Good, so let's move on to chapter 1, right away with the French culture. Let's start the game, will you? Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Okay, let's go. So I tried really hard to bring those 3 world famous art pieces here. So I will explain the rules first. If you know the name of the art piece, you have to say your name first and then the answer. And the person who will have 2 right answers will get to eat an eclair. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go with the first picture.
Very easy.
Easy, right?
Yeah, Matisse, of course.
You have to say your name first.
Sorry, I'm Mathieu, and this is Matisse.
And yeah, that's Henri Matisse. And what's the name of this art piece?
Ji-myung,
Oh,
this is Henri Matisse, Icarus.
all right, Icarus. Good, so 1-0. Second one, are you ready?
Oh, it reminds me the terrace of a cafe in Arles. I'm sure it's from Van Gogh.
And the name?
Terrace of a cafe.
We'll take it. It's the Terrace Cafe at night.
At night.
But in French, it's different. It's a café terrace.
Exactly.
Yeah, good. 1-1. Oh, that's a quite a difficult game. Are you ready for the last one?
Yes.
Let's go. Oh, I think maybe it's too easy, so I will need the exact answer. Are you ready? Let's go.
Oh.
I drew it myself.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
I guess. Oh, c'est la Joconde from Da Vinci.
La Joconde.
Yes.
Oh, Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa, la Joconde.
Yeah. Actually, in France, we say La Joconde more than Mona Lisa. In the other part of the world, people usually say Mona Lisa. So I can only accept La Joconde. Not because you're French, because I'm... Yeah, it was the right answer. Good job. So now you can eat your eclair So, which one would you like to try?
This one seems to be with rum. I'm curious. I'd like to try it.
I would like to believe it's rum, but I think it's coffee,
Oh.
like tiramisu. But it
Such a
looks good.
shame. I will try anyway.
I want to play that game too.
Excellent, but I confirm it's coffee.
It looks really good. Now that the game's over, we will talk about art, our first category. France is very famous for its art. Mr. Chang, what's the first thing that comes up to your mind when you think about French art?
For me, it's the French movies.
Oh,
You know, French is very keen on movies, and there is a variety of film festivals. And the most famous one is the Cannes Festival in France.
yeah.
And the first movie in the world was made by the Lumière brothers.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yes, you're right. Actually, there are a lot of very famous French directors, and a lot of movies have been created in France. And there is also quite several few very famous film education institutes in France. Also, by the way, the piece of art we have seen previously, Mona Lisa or La Joconde, is housed in the Louvre Museum in Paris. But I've been thinking why art is so big in France. I think it's because France itself in somehow is a little bit like a living museum. There are many places where Vincent van Gogh got his inspiration, place where you can see a view at every corner of the street that is inspiration, sources of art. It is France. There are a lot of tourist attraction in Paris, and you have to remember that Paris is only 1/6 of the size of Seoul, so you can very easily get around Paris. So I really highly recommend you to go to Paris and visit Paris. We'll also like to mention French literature. Of course, it's really famous, and you have to remember that France is the country which the biggest number of Nobel Prize in literature in the world.
Oh yes, The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry and Les Misérables by Victor Hugo are French. And France is a country of art indeed. That is why your drawings were so good.
Right? I think I'm not bad myself. I should have gone for art instead of acting. Thank you very much for the compliment, I guess. Let's quickly move to the next category. We will have an arm wrestling game right now. Do you have any confidence in arm wrestling?
Wow. So I was so nervous this morning that I skipped breakfast. I should have at least 3 meals if I had known this in advance.
Sounds good. I'm quite confident. I'm quite strong myself, and I do pull-ups and squats every morning.
Ready?
Not really.
Sounds like you're preparing for the Olympics yourself, right? So, the winner this time will get a cannoli. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's start. And now, the arm wrestling fight for the cannoli. Are you ready?
Really.
Yes.
Prêt?
Well, I win!
You win.
Congratulations, you win a cannoli. And now you win your prize. So, which cannoli would you like to try?
Well, I'll take this one. Looks like very good.
It looks really good. How does it taste?
Well, it tastes so great. It's the taste of the winner.
So we just did the arm wrestling, the game of power. So now we will introduce the next category. We will talk about France, a powerful country.
Sure. France is a cultural powerhouse in the world. There is so many French artists, very, very famous. But France developed an entire lifestyle with design, fashion, developed by famous French brands. Luxury brands like Hermès, Chanel, Dior and Louis Vuitton are all French. And actually, France was the country to develop the first design protection law and institutionalize brands, which has something to do with the development of luxury brands in France. There's a perception that French luxury brands are the best in the world. And actually, numbers prove that it's probably true.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why those brands are to us not only luxury brands, but there's our culture.
Indeed, France is the 7th biggest economy in the world. That being said, France has also powerful influence in various fields, number 4 in service export, and number 6 in agricultural production. This is why France is also one of the agricultural powerhouses in the world. As you know, wine and dairy goods are like cheese are very famous. And 9 out of top 10 world's most expensive wines are French. Best desserts is France. Best wines also is France, right?
I love to hear that. I'm sorry, I'm French. You are right. Plus, automotive companies like Peugeot, Renault are very famous, and its aeronautics and space industry is quite strong, which makes France world's second biggest aviation exporter. About Korea, there's a lot of things to say about Korea too, because they're at the top for K-pop, dramas, and at the top of a field in the beauty industry too, right? Personally, I'm a big fan of B. Rain.
All of a sudden, now that you say it, I have to say that I really enjoy director Bong Joon-ho.
I love K-pop. I appreciate all the attentions as the only Korean here. I love K-pop.
Yeah, and we have to say that these days K-pop and the Korean cinema industry are really famous internationally. So, good! Now that we talked about K-pop, we will move on to chapter 2. 이분은 장지명 상무관님과 함께 하겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 아까 비즈니스 프랑스에서 근무 중이라고 하셨는데 비즈니스 프랑스에 대해 간단히 소개해 줄 수 있을까요?
비즈니스 프랑스는 프랑스 중소기업의 세계화 그리고 해외 투자 업무를 지원하는 프랑스 재정경제부 산하 기관입니다. 저희는 프랑스 비즈니스 생태계에 대한 정보 그리고 이제 현지 네트워킹 서비스를 제공하고 업무를 진행하고 있습니다.
듣기로는 프랑스에 진출한 한국 기업도 50곳이 넘는다는데 혹시 많은 건가요?
예, 맞습니다. 현재 프랑스에 진출한 한국 기업이 한 70개 정도 되고요. 양국가의 스타트업 교류도 현재 활발하게 이루어지고 있습니다. 2019년도에는 박영선 중소벤처기업부 장관과 세드리고 프랑스 디지털 장관이 한국 프랑스 코리아 스타트업 센터를 설치하고 운영하기로 협의를 했고요. 그리고 2023년에는 파리에서 열린 유럽 최대 스타트업 행사인 비바 테크놀로지에서 한국이 게스트 카운트리, 올해의 국가로 선정되었고 50개 이상의 한국 스타트업들이 참여를 하면서 프랑스 테크 생태계에 많은 관심을 보이기도 했습니다.
비바테크면 유럽 3대 스타트업 총시회 아닌가요?
네, 맞습니다. 프랑스는 마크롱 대통령이 취임하면서 스타트업 유치에 많은 관심을 보였고요. 2017년도에 마크롱 대통령은 취임과 동시에 프랑스를 유니콘 스타트업의 나라로 만들겠다고 했고 2030년까지 100개 유니콘 기업이 나올 수 있게끔 민간 투자가 활발히 이루어질 수 있도록 할 것이라고 이야기를 했습니다.
현재 프랑스 벤처 투자 현황은 어떤가요? 요즘 전 세계적으로 벤처 투자 어렵다고 이야기를 다들 하더라고요.
맞습니다. 금리 인하 불확실성으로 인해 금리의 영향을 많이 받는 벤처 투자 시장이 좋지 않는 것은 사실이고요. 하지만 KPMG의 최근 보고서에 따르면 프랑스 내 벤처 캐피탈 투자 총액은 2020년 49억 유로에서 2023년 110억 유로 이상으로 2배 이상 증가했다고 합니다.
와, 대단하군요. 그러면 프랑스에서 요즘 핫한 투자 분야가 어떤 거 있을까요?
프랑스에는 지금 현재 디지털 헬스, 핀테크, 사스, 인공지능 분야가 매우 핫하고요. 주요 스타트업으로는 닥터리브, 리자솔루션 등이 있습니다.
오, 핫한 분야까지 짚어주셔서 너무 감사합니다. 그러면 핫한 VC들도 혹시 소개해 주실 수 있을까요?
물론이죠. 2011년에 설립된 ID 인베스트 파트너스는 현재 유럽에서 유명한 VC 중 하나이고 현재 50억 유로의 자산을 운영하고 있고요. 파텍 벤처스는 최근 총 8억 유로에 달하는 펀드를 조성한 프랑스에 본사를 둔 VC입니다.
그렇군요. 이 영상을 보고 정말 많은 분들께서 프랑스 스타트업과 VC에 관심이 생기실 것 같아요. 그분들께 혹시 한마디 부탁드려도 될까요?
네, 물론이죠. 프랑스 진출을 원하는 스타트업은 프렌치텍 비자를 신청할 수 있고요. 비즈니스 프랑스는 외국 투자 기업을 위해서 웰컴 오피스 플랫폼을 운영 중입니다. 또 스타트업을 위해 웰컴 투 라 프렌치텍 데스크도 신설했습니다. 앞으로도 많은 분들께 도움을 드리기 위해 여러 노력을 할 테니까요. 많은 관심 부탁드리겠습니다.
네, 감사합니다. 오늘 벤처 투자에 대한 설명해 주셔서 너무 감사하고 많은 분들께 도움이 될 것 같아요. 감사해요.
감사합니다.
Today, we explored various cultures and startup industry of France. And I had such an amazing time with you supporting Paris Olympics and doing all the games. It was really fun. How was it for you? Could you say some words?
Actually, I really enjoyed also this experience, and I have to say that promoting French culture and trying to get Korea and France closer is always a pleasure.
It was very fun today, and I was very glad to have the opportunity to present the French startup ecosystem. And I hope that a lot of Korean startups will call us to give, and that we could give our help.
And we really hope in the future to see more exchange like this between France and Korea, because there's still a lot of things to do. So thank you very much for coming today, because I know you're quite busy, but you took the time to come to play and to give us all this explanation, and I'm sure that our subscribers will love it. Thank you. So I was actually quite nervous because it's the first episode of the year, and the first steps matter a lot. I guess all the athletes preparing for the Olympics must be really nervous too for now. Could you say a few words of support for those athletes, please?
For sure, actually we are very all excited because the Olympics are coming 100 years after they are back in Paris. So like every French, I'm really excited. So fortunately, I will not be able to go to Paris to support the athletes, but we will always support and cheer for you. Go for it.
The Olympics this year will be a bit different because they are newly added sports. I cannot wait to watch all the matches. I hope all the athletes can finish up the Olympics without any injuries.
And I will be supporting French athletes as much as Korean athletes this time too. I hope everyone will be mentally and physically ready for it, and I wish you all a good competition without injuries and happiness. So let's finish this episode. Thank you so much for watching this episode until the end. Which country will be next? If you are curious about it, visit channel, subscribe,
Like.
And hit the notification bell.
au revoir!
Au revoir.
Bye-bye.
안녕!
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't worry, Jim Young. Let's share it.
Really? Thank
Enjoy.
you.